Side at noon, focused on you.
We start today with a weather alert. Another very hot day as we look out over Forest Park. Temperatures are expected to reach 100 degrees on top of the extremely high humidity. Thanks for joining us for your news at noon. I'm Holden Krewicki. Kay Quinn has the day off. Being outside when it's in the upper 90s is tough, but we keep talking about how the humidity makes it feel even hotter. Meteorologist Tracy Henson is here to explain. And Tracy, it really just seems like we can't escape this heat.
No, we really can't. And because of the humidity, we're just not sweating the way we usually do. So instead of having that evaporative cooling, kind of like when you get out of the shower and you feel cool right away, we don't have that. It's just like getting out of the shower and then walking right into a steam room. So why do we have this heat right now? Well, we're kind of getting hit from two different directions here. We have this high that's sitting right over sort of the Texas Panhandle area into Oklahoma, and it is cycling up air that is coming across the Gulf of Mexico. This is where we get our moisture, and then it brings it back up through Texas and it hits us here in St. Louis. But on the other side of this, we're also getting this warm air off the Pacific that comes over Mexico. It comes up through even warmer air here through the desert, the Four Corner states, and then this is also cycling into us. So it's sort of a 1-2 punch of heat. That's just why it is so hot right now. Now the heat index today will be sweltering. We're going to make it up to around 110 to 115 degrees. So it's going to be hot and humid, and as you know, because of that humidity, we just don't sweat like we normally do. So that is why things feel so much worse this time of year. But a little bit of good news here. Last night, we were still feeling like 100 degrees around midnight. Tonight, okay, a little better. We'll take everything we can get here. 95 degrees will be what it'll feel like at midnight tonight.
All right, thank you, Tracy. Right now, school districts across the area are feeling the effects of the severe heat. From bus delays to early dismissals, today may look a bit different for many students in the region. 5 on your side's Mercedes McKay joins us live outside of Francis Howell High School to explain. Mercedes.
Holden, less than 30 minutes ago, I spoke with the superintendent here at Francis Howell. The district is dismissing all their middle and high schools 45 minutes early today and tomorrow. Now, the reason for that is to allow these bus drivers time to take breaks and cool off during this extreme heat we're definitely all feeling out here. So about 2 hours ago, I also spoke with George Sells with St. Louis Public Schools. This morning, the district sent a letter out to parents to be prepared to make other arrangements if you rely on their buses. Today and tomorrow, bus routes could see delays from 30 minutes up to 2 hours long. That's due to drivers possibly calling off because of this heat. Sells says they sent this to parents as a precaution, and thankfully this morning went much smoother than expected.
It's just really a matter of wanting to kind of be prepared for anything because it's been really hot. Most of the buses are not air conditioned. Those drivers are on there for several hours a day. And we did have a few cases, I know, that we were told by our partners at Missouri Central Busing that some drivers who weren't feeling real well yesterday. So we were anticipating some folks not making it into work today. So we just wanted to prepare our families in case we had fewer drivers than bus routes that it could slow things down.
Other districts are also releasing early today and tomorrow across the St. Louis region. Some of those include Holt High School in the Wentzville School District, Belleville West High School, and some schools in Lincoln County. All of much more coming up at 4 and 5 tonight. Live in St. Charles, Mercedes McKay, 5 on your side. Mercedes, thanks. If you need information on cooling centers and how to stay safe in the heat, just text the word HEAT to 314-425-5355 and we'll send it to your phone. We're still gathering information about an incident in Madison County. The incident started last night on Route 162 near Horseshoe Lake Road near Pontoon Beach. Our photojournalist saw a body in the middle of the road and a heavy police presence in the area. The highway was closed for several hours early this morning as police investigated. As of right now, there's still no word on the circumstances surrounding the scene. We're also waiting for the Illinois State Police to share more information about a death at a St. Clair County rest stop. Troopers were called to the Gateway Rest area along eastbound I-64 yesterday afternoon. That's just east of Scott Air Force Base and Mid-America Airport. They're not giving us any other information at this time. More news out of the Justice Center in St. Louis. A detainee died while in custody yesterday. Just this last Tuesday, a violent outbreak left a corrections officer hurt. Now we've learned detainee Carlton Bernard died Sunday night. City officials say he suffered a medical emergency.
The head of the jail says officials continue to address the basic human needs of those in custody. Developing right now in Atlanta, Donald Trump is set to surrender later today on charges of trying to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia. Here's a look at the scene outside of the Fulton County Courthouse. Different from his previous surrenders, authorities are expected to take a booking photo of the former president. Trump remains the frontrunner for the 2024 Republican nomination for president. While Trump deals with his legal issues, and other Republican candidates make their cases on why they should be president. NBC's Bree Jackson sums up last night's debate.
8 Republican presidential candidates sparring on the debate stage with one goal in mind: convincing voters they should be the party's nominee.
Now is not the time for on-the-job training. We don't need to bring in a rookie.
Do you want incremental reform, which is what you're hearing about, or do you want revolution?
We will send Joe Biden back to his basement, and we will reverse the decline of this country.
Each person fighting to separate themselves on issues ranging from foreign policy to border security.
Let's fire the 87,000 IRS agents and hire or double the number of Border Patrol agents.
And the economy, and showing divisions over abortion restrictions.
Let's find consensus. Can't we all agree that we should ban late-term abortions? Can't we all agree that we should encourage adoptions?
I stand behind that we should not have a federal abortion ban.
The GOP frontrunner, former President Trump, skipped the debates but remained a major part of the conversation.
Whether or not you believe that the criminal charges are right or wrong, the conduct is beneath the office of President of the United States.
I said that Donald Trump was morally disqualified from being president again as a result of what happened on January 6th.
The former president appearing in a pre-taped interview.
I just felt it would be more appropriate not to do the debate. I don't think it's right to do it.
Trump making his case to 2024 voters while facing multiple indictments, including charges related to alleged efforts to overturn Georgia's 2020 election. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Still ahead, the daunting task of finding victims of the wildfire in Hawaii. The message from the governor that puts the search in perspective. Plus, more scheduling changes due to the extreme heat. How it's already impacting Friday Night Lights. This year's Show of Strength MDA Telethon is a week early this year. It's this Sunday at Grants Farm, and you can watch live from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on 5 on Your Side, on KSDK.com, or on 5 Plus on your Roku or Fire TV. All money raised during the telethon goes to people with neuromuscular diseases in the St. Louis area.